Like, even though people go into their team, so to say, even though they fully went with everything, the moment that they don't, they are all that love that they have been, well, fake love in this case, that they have been given instantly is being thrown out the window, and they are being hated 100%. And this is another testimony that I'm just going to show you guys.
I medicalized 17 years ago at an LGBT center. I'm a CSA survivor. Doctors told me that what was wrong with me and how I felt about my body was not from CSA, even though I went there and said, did CSA make me this way?
CSA?
Yes, a childhood sexual assault. And they said no. They said no. They said being gay is innate and being trans is innate, and what you have is gender identity disorder. They diagnosed me with gender dysphoria, and I believed their bullshit for about 17 years.
Are you willing to tell me everything that you went through?
I had facial feminization surgery. I had sex reassignment surgery. I was on HRT for 17 years. Now I'm on a combo dose because I can't go off. I have multiple health conditions from transitioning young and for transitioning for so long.
Wow. So what was it for you that kind of woke you up to, this isn't what I should have done?
I found out that homosexual transition was environmentally caused in almost every single case by childhood sexual assault or by internalized homophobia or failed boy syndrome. I was given a blanket diagnosis given to anybody who has a body issue as a child nowadays.
Like, sorry to pause the video, but you know what I just see in this person's eyes? It's a lot of pain, a lot of hurts. You could just see it. I really feel for this person. Like, this is fucking heartbreaking, though. Like, hearing stories like this is absolutely shattering my heart because they don't deserve that. They really don't. That you just see just the immense amounts of shit that this person has went through. This person needs a yes amount of hugs. He really does. Also, Kyle, what the fuck? Kyle, come on. Not the right time, man. But again, I feel for this person. I really do. And I just wish the best for this person. I genuinely do. Like, if I would meet this person IRL, I would definitely, like, you know, just go out together, like have a drink together, have some food, some dinner, some lunch, whatever it is. And just, you know, really have a very, very down-to-earth talk with them. I really would like that. Because fuck me, though. Like, dude, my heart is just sinking just seeing this person, like, just seeing this, just looking into, well, he identifies later on as a man, so I just see this man's eyes, though, and I can just tell, though, like, the amount of shit this person went through is insane.
Did they ever try to refer you to like a therapist or any?
I went to therapy for a year. I saw psychologists. I was diagnosed. It took a year back then, not 15 minutes. And I was in the South on the East Coast. But they still believed that transsexualism was innate, that gender identity was this innate disorder that people just had. And like CSA didn't really rule you out.
How do you find your story received by people who continue to sort of push medicalization?
They hate me. They call me a bigot. They say that trans women are women. They say that gender dysphoria is a valid diagnosis. I've combed through trans history. I've read all of the old academics who created this. If you go back to like the early 1900s, transition was conceived by old academics who were trying to find a way for homosexuals to exist in a fascist world in Europe. It just so happens that AGP is also real, and that got latched onto. A bunch of AGPs transitioned, and fast forward 100 years forward, and we have an ideology that's based on lies that kids are told to as soon as they have issues. And God forbid you're effeminate and you believe that something's wrong with you as a man because you like pretty things and are sassy.
So how do you identify now?
I'm a gay man.
Have you lost friends or anyone by detransitioning?
I was canceled by every friend I had who was liberal in this city and had to leave the city.
Why is it important?
Does it not sound familiar? Does it not sound familiar? Again, I'm just going to be as blunt as I fucking can, but how do you expect me to support people like that who literally ditch their friends because this friend in particular now isn't part of their ideology anymore, that they literally cancel this person, they send full hatred, they call them a bigot and this and that. How do you expect me to support people like that? How do you expect me to support people like that? I just cannot. I cannot support people like that. I cannot. Because again, I want to forgive them for the horrid shit that they've done. I really do. From the bottom of my heart, I swear to God, I do. But this is not okay. And again, just because I forgive them doesn't mean that that I'm against their whole ideology, or in the sense of that the ideology of them being someone that they want to be. Like, that is not what I'm against. What I am against is just this behavior. That is what I'm against. That is quite literally like this. One of the two issues that I have with the trans community is this fucking tribalism. This tribalism of the moment that you aren't part of them, and if you disagree with them, that you're instantly just hated. Even people like this person who was initially part of their whole group thing, of their whole ideology, just doesn't want to do so anymore. And it's instantly just this 180, basically. It's just instantly just this person just being treated in the most horrid way that you can possibly think. From the people that this person loved. From the people that this person thought that they loved him. And they didn't. They never did. And that's why I keep telling that. That's why I keep telling people, like, the people who turn your back in one instance just because you think differently have never been your friends. Why do you think that I'm speaking up like very vocally right now about things like this? Why do you think that? Because I want to weed out the people who fake being my friends. True friends will stick with each other even if they disagree with one another. That is what a true friend is, because they will stick with one another no matter what. And we will fight for each other no matter what, even if they think differently. That is what a friend is. These people who keep doing this shit have not ever been for a single second your friend, because they want to turn you and they want to drag you into their ideology and to their thinking. And the moment, again, I've experienced it so many times. And again, like with this one person that I was talking about earlier, who was calling me, like a bigot, not like, I mean, other people have been doing so as well, but more in the sense of that this person was saying that I was, full of hate speech and that I don't belong in this community and this and that. But I'm thinking, you literally said multiple times over and over again that you were being uplifted by my kindness. That is something that you said. Being uplifted by the things that I did, by my kindness, of things that I've done, things that I've said to help people. Multiple times, over and over again, and that they are happy that they've met me, that they are happy that they have me in their lives. But the moment that I spoke up about things that I disagree with, they instantly are not my friend anymore, and they instantly hate me in every possible way. This person who did that to me, and the various other people who did that as well, have never been my friend for a single fucking second. That is just the evidence. And this is also the hardest evidence right here. That's why I can't support these people. I cannot. I absolutely cannot support people like that. No matter if it's left or right, I don't care. This has to stop. The second thing that I'm against with the trans thing, and there's like only these two things that I'm against with the whole trans thing, is stay away from the children. It is obvious what you're trying to do. The reason, and I've said it before, the reason why you go after the children is because it's an easy demographic to change their mind, because they don't understand what's happening. They don't fully understand what you're trying to tell them. That is what you're doing, because you know that very well. People who claim to have been thinking that they were already transgender the moment that they were a child is talking right out of their ass. That's bullshit. You don't even know at that time what a boy is. You don't even know what a woman is. You barely know it, like barely 100 words to say, basically. You don't understand shit when you are that young. You cannot. Your brain is still developing. You still need to learn everything about the world. There's nothing that you know that you can fully understand what it means to be a woman or to be a man. No child knows that. Another reason why they go for the children is because they cannot procreate. People who transition as good as 90%, if not higher, of them who do transition are becoming infertile. They are not able to have children because of the transitioning. There are some that still do, depending on the degree and depth that they go with the whole transitioning process. But the vast majority of them are unable to make children. They can't. They literally can't. So that's why they go to the children, because it is yet another demographic that they can recruit for the ideology. And that's absolutely insane. And that's why children should not be put into this situation. Absolutely not. Leave the children be. Hands off the fucking children. Because I've seen things, and there's literally a thing that I posted in our Discord as well. Literally a transgender, like a male to female thing, that was stripping in front of children. I am not making this shit up. And then there are parents who literally allow their children to watch this fucking grown-ass dude wearing a bra, or wearing a string for all that matter, a thong basically, in front of children. And you expect me to support that? Those are the only two things that I have an issue with the trans community. Everything else, if people want to be trans, I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care. You can be trans as much as you want. You can do with your own life as much as you want. But don't go dictating other people what they should be doing. Neither do we have to dictate what you have to do. But those two things, again, you hating on your own people like that just because they think differently, and you trying to brainwash children, I'm sorry. But I will not allow that. That is not okay. And deep down in your hearts, you also know that it's not okay. That's why it's absolutely insane. It is absolutely insane, though. Again, I know that people are probably going to say, like, oh, Tabby, you're a hypocrite. You can't tell people what to do. It's not in a sense what the two things that I've said. It's not really in the sense of telling you what to do. It's common sense. Because the first point you will also agree on, definitely. We should not be telling you what other people should be doing. You should not be, in the sense of, you should not be hating on other people just because they think differently of you. Because we also, like, we don't want to do the same thing to you, and vice versa. And again, with the kids, just leave them be. Just because you cannot recruit people to join your cause doesn't mean that you have the right to go to innocent children who have nothing to do with your ideology.
Important for you to be here.
Because people are being lied to when they're being diagnosed. They're not being diagnosed with what actually causes the gender dysphoria. They're just being diagnosed with a symptom of a problem. And there are multiple problems that cause those symptoms. And when you don't appropriately diagnose people, you lead them into a life of ruin. All of these interventions are permanent, they're irreversible, and they lied to me.
By the way, let me actually show you, because I know that this is going to be allowed on Twitch anyway. Because there's no full nudity going on, don't worry about that. But again, you tell me whether this is okay. You tell me. You guys are going to be absolutely fucking disgusted. You tell me whether what you're about to see is okay. And if you don't want to see it, don't look. It's quite disturbing, really. But you tell me if this is okay, because it's absolutely not. It's really not. It's not okay whatsoever. So yeah, go figure. Do you support that? Do you find this okay? I'm sorry. Do you find this okay? Do you find this okay? Now, do you expect me? Do you expect me to be okay with this? Do you expect me to support this? I absolutely cannot. I just cannot. And call me transphobic as much as you want. I'd rather be called transphobic and be able to protect the children than be part of this. I absolutely don't want any of this. Absolutely disgusting, foul behavior.
Out there. Ooh, every fucking day some white libtard out there trying to groom fucking babies. The fuck is wrong with you people? Could you imagine if some stupid motherfucker tried that shit in the 80s or 90s? Our parents would have killed him in the fucking streets. Now we got parents out here sacrificing their children for fucking validation.
That's the thing. It's literally that. Literally what this guy just said. It's literally just for validation. That's it. That's why they do it. Not because they have any pride in themselves. It's literally just for validation. It's fucking insane, though. It is absolutely insane. I cannot understand like how it got this far.
Oh, I'm so sick of you fucking white libtards, grooming ass fucking pedophiles. I'm telling you motherfuckers now, that pedophile should be hung publicly, and any parent that brought their child to that event should be hung right next to his ass.
Okay, hanging in the point of them dying, no, I disagree with this. But more in the sense of publicly shamed, absolutely. They should be. Publicly shamed in the sense that they won't die from it, absolutely. They should be. They absolutely should be.
Told you fuckers before, we live in a modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. And I'm absolutely ready for Jesus to show up. This is a fucking fight that I want. This is the war that I want to fight. So I'm gonna tell you grooming ass motherfuckers now, you need to stand down and leave the babies alone. Because that's a hill that I'm willing to die on. I love all of you. I'm your Huckleberry.
So yeah, you tell me. And again, I will post this on Twitter. I don't care. I'm literally done with this shit. I will, and I know that we'll get backlash of like, oh my god, Tabby is transphobic, this and that. Okay, sure. Call me transphobic then. I don't care. I will at least be able to protect the future, though. I will at least be able to protect these innocent lives in any way that I possibly can. And if I've been able to protect at least one of them, I'll take it. No matter if it's a child or just an adult, I don't care. I just want people to be safe and to be loved, again, for who they are. That doesn't mean that you get to fucking pull this shit. It's absolutely insane, though. But yeah, Twitter's gonna be very interesting, ladies and gents. Because yeah, I'm absolutely done. I'm absolutely done. This bullshit has to stop right now.